Hi there VC, it's Steve Whitty again, and this video is my entry to Billy Hurst 500 plus subs and birthday contest. Billy, I think you all know, great channel, really passionate about his music, rock and country, and I think to me, gets extra kudos because he's an he's tried to make it in the music business himself. He moved to Nashville, and he has released an album of country. Country and western country album, but I think I would consider him to be one of the mainstays of the VC. I know he's highly respected by everybody, so I'm more than happy to sort of celebrate his 500 subs contest and his birthday, and I hope you had a great one, whatever you got up to, by entering his contest. So Billy's contest was twofold. First, find four albums, and actually, let me take this back a step. Billy said he turned 44, so he wanted 4 albums from the year you were born, and 4 favourite albums from that time, and 4 favourite albums from the year he was born, 1974. And there was also, you could have an extra entrance if you showed your 4 favourite country albums, and explain why they were. I'm going to pass on that, Billy. Country music's not a genre I've got that much of, and it's comps. And I think comps aren't. It's not. If I just show you my 4 country albums, well, they're my favourites because they're the only ones I've got, and I don't really want to. I don't really want to insult you by being half-hearted with showing country albums. However, I will show you first off my 4 albums from the year I was born. Now, I was born in 1965. In fact, the 12th of June 1965, and the other significant event of that day, it was the day it was announced that the Beatles were going to get awarded their MBEs, member of the British Empire medals, which caused a huge stink in the UK. Normally, these awards were given out to like retired soldiers or civil servants at the time, and there were quite a few that who weren't very happy and returned their medals back to well, I'll say back to the Queen, but back to wherever they were issued from. So it only seems fair to show. Got that right way up. This is Beatles Help. This is an original mono recording from '65, and then I'll also chuck in Rubber Soul as well, again 1965. This isn't the original, this isn't my D'Agostini reissue. I don't really need to go through the tracks because I think most people know what's on there. I think that, I think everyone's had enough. So once I had enough, we were going through listening to all the Beatles songs, but it is a bit difficult because I haven't got that many albums from 1965. I've got a few, and probably one of the most iconic sleeves that gets shown a lot on the VC is Herb Alpert's Whipped Cream and Other Delights. This came out in 1965. Obviously, everyone knows the story, why the model was covered so much in whipped cream. In fact, she was 4 months pregnant. Yes, so yeah, that came out in 1965. Probably what sort of album you play now and again. You don't put it on all the time. And then finally, from 1965, I have a Leadbelly compilation, Goodnight Irene, which came out from that year. It's on the Allegro label, which is sort of like Allegro label, sort of like your K-Tels of your time. It was a way to start your collection. They mainly did more on classical music and musicals, but they did do this Leadbelly, which I saw. Barnum's not in great nick, but he does play plays quite well, even though he just looks a bit beaten up. So, that's my 4th 1965 record. Far easier was to actually go to your year of birth. There was more quality albums came out in 1974, and I suspect when you go through, you see the videos, the amount of albums, the different quality of albums, it's going to astound probably a lot of people watching. So my 4 favourite from 1974 are as follows. Debut album by Bebop Deluxe, Axe Victim. It's the band, sort of like Bowie glam when they first came out. So really strong opening album. Bill Nelson, who led the band, split the band up after this album and recruited a whole new band to back him. You've got Bob Marley and the Raiders, Wailers, Natty Dread. On here you've got Lively Up Yourself, No Woman, No Cry, Then Belly Full But We're Hungry, Rebel Music. And that's side one. That is a strong side one. That's a side of music. Yeah, to 1974. Great album. Queen, one of my favourite bands. So I put Sheer Heart Attack. Which many would say is their favourite Queen album. Yeah, it's up there. This is where the sort of the pop sensibilities come in. It's such a diverse album. Brighton Rock, Killer Queen, Et al. Now I'm Here. Just a great album. And then my final album for 74, Sparks, Kimono My House. Such a strong record. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. I've probably mentioned that when I've done videos on here. When Sparks appeared on Top of the Pops, you got Ron Mel there with his Hit the Tash. The image of him just staring into the camera. We were all talking about it at school the next day. It was just one of those iconic moments of music television. So Billy, those are my entries. As I say, I'm sorry I can't provide you any country albums, but I hope you liked what I've shown. I don't, as I say, Billy's a great guy. Well looked up to. So thank you for staging this contest, Bill, and good luck to everybody else. Whoever wins will deserve it because the videos are all going to be great anyhow. So I'll end my video there. So until the next time, take care of yourselves and keep smiling.